How's it going, everybody? This is Nate with Ohio Arsenal, and today we are going to be going over PSA Dagger. We're going to show clear real quick and get a quick pistol spin in. Before we get into it, we've got a lot to talk about. We do have some shirts. I'm going to do a quick modeling for you. These are demo shirts. We're going to make some slight changes, but if it's something you like and interested in, put it in the comments. We do have the OA logo on the front, the American flag on the side, and the double bullseye logo on the back. We are going to make some changes to these. We did wear them out in the wild, in the public, and people thought they were pretty badass. We got some pretty good feedback on them. So if you're interested in those, the channel's not monetized. If you want to buy 1, 3, 400, we got you taken care of. So as soon as we get some changes, we'll update that and put some links where they can be gotten a hold of. So this PSA Dagger, before we get too far into it past that, this pistol carousel, there was one company, I can't think of the name at the moment, that made them, and you can't get them anymore. I don't know why, because pistol carousels are so cool. And we made our own, and this one's not for sale. If you really want it, I'll sell it for $1,000. And you know what? We actually have 2 of those. But these are the only 2 on the market right now, because these are homemade. So we'll get into it. We'll get into the grits. People will say that the Dagger's kind of been done out. And no, it hasn't. They're still making new models. I just saw a release on my phone yesterday. They have a new limited run for some more that, I think there's a 1200 being made, and they're pretty sweet. So the Dagger is a mid-sized double stack striker fired pistol made right here in the US and South Carolina. It takes Glock mags, barrels, magazines, triggers, you name it. It's 95% compatible with a Glock Gen 3. The few things that it does not take is because the lower is slightly different. There's not much differences. We can get into that without breaking the gun down. All right, so we did a little camera flippy do so we can have a better look close up at these. You know, we got enough seat time on these to talk about them and say what we like and don't like, and we do have some crud on here because you know what, we've got over 1,000 rounds between the 2. This one's approaching 800 and this one's probably about 400 on it. We only oiled them up once in the beginning, and you know, this is one you can't necessarily just buy off the website. These were both built from pieces. We bought the lowers for each. This is a 19 lower, so this is the compact lower. This is the 17 lower, so this is the full-size lower with both 19 uppers. So this is the full-size lower with the compact upper, and I really like this one because I got, you know, hands like a gorilla. There's just no avoiding that, and I like you get a good purchase on that. You know, it's fits nice in the hand, and you know, this is all laser engraved lower and the front and rear, and that's where you got your meat for your purchase on the gun. You know, in your purchase, I mean by your hold. And it really is comfortable. You know, it's like it fits naturally in the hand there. This we're not going to talk about too much. We just have this here for a reference. This is basically like basically what a Glock 19, just Gucci'd out a little bit. We got the copper barrel, threaded, suppressor height sights. You know, these are all laser engraved lowers, and we did have the light on there. We took that off just to weigh it. We'll show that real quick because I think a Glock 19 weighs 1 pound 7.8 ounces. So this is 1 pound 4.3 ounces. So we're definitely lighter, and we got more on it. I don't know what that weighs with the light. We can kind of throw that on there real quick and see. Yeah. So we'll just see what that weighs with the light. So I mean, even with the light, we're almost the same weight as a OE 19, which is pretty impressive. You know, the little things like the slide cuts. There's 6 different variations as of now of the making of this video, and these look the same, but they are not the same slide cuts. We'll get into that here in a minute on, you know, the different options. But this is more of the compact, obviously, but this is, yeah, this has been a great little setup. All right, so we are going to exit with what would pretty much be a Glock 19 compact, and we are going to bring in an actual Glock. This is a 29 model Gen 4, so this is a 10 mil, but we will show you, you know, just for reference, the attention to detail that these daggers have that the Glocks don't. These the beveled slide, you know, it makes it feel like it's not just a 2x4 like a general Glock feels. And I like Glocks, but you know, I feel like we're getting upcharged on you know, just still getting the basic stuff. And I get that this is supposed to be a simplistic gun, but the prices haven't come down any, and we're getting less features. You know, we don't have an RMR cut or anything of the sort there. I've never seen one that has slide cuts or you know, different cutouts in the chassis, and you know, the trigger's still a Glock trigger, which is if someone tells you they love a OE Glock trigger, you better run, because they are lying, and they are a liar. The stock triggers are nothing to write home about. They function just fine, but they're nothing too impressive. So this, you know, you get the cutout in the frame here in the lower, which is nice if you were to have a malfunction, you know, to get that out. You know, like that's a 10. So that's not a good example, but this here, this is the full size lower, so that's a 17 round mag here. This is a 24, which is really not obnoxious how much it sticks out. You know, that's something I would run with and carry. And we did carry this here for a couple of weeks while we're putting rounds down range, just to get a good feel all around of it. And it's a nice all around carry gun. And then you can also put the fun stick in, which is the big boy. That's pretty obnoxious, but if you carry a couple of those, you're really not going to run out of ammo in a quick time. I think anything is going to be resolved before you run out of those mags. But just a little features, you know, like it's got cut out by the mag release. The trigger is a hinge trigger, which is like it's like the Smith & Wesson's, which is, yeah, it's just like a Glock. It's not bad. I think it's an improvement from the actual Glock trigger. We can do a quick test on that to see what the pull is. And man, we got this Wheeler gauge. It's the calibration on it, man. It's just freaking awesome. So we're gonna do a quick test on this and see what we get. So we'll do a quick trigger test on this. Alright, there's one. Two. Okay, so overall it's over 4, and this we got well over 5. So, you know, it's not a competition trigger stock, but it is definitely better than the OE Glock trigger, I'd say. And Wheaton makes a lot of these aftermarket parts for these, and you can get a match grade barrel for these for under $200, and you can get a drop-in trigger kit for around $100. So for the purchase price of something like this, that was a build out exactly how we wanted it, versus something that, you know, basically it's just a 2x4, but it's, you know, it's got the Glock name, it's reliable, and we know all that about it. These are aftermarket sites, by the way. You can have just a fully built gun with a match grade barrel, trigger, and this barrel, it's not bad accuracy wise. It's definitely not matched, but we did hit 85 yards with this stock barrel, and we hit it twice out of 19 shots. But that's just to be able to do that out of the box with a gun that costs under $400. So we're gonna 15, I'll take it.
Hey, you're at 85.
We'll get back into a couple more things before we wrap this up. Parts compatibility is 95% on these. The lower slightly different than a Polymer 80. It's got a crown barrel, which the OE Glocks do not. It's got metal sights. This one's our suppressor height on these. It's got a thin down grip. It's just a better ergonomic feel than an OE Glock. The edges are rounded. It's laser engraved lower. Stainless steel slide and barrel. The bottom of the frame's got the cutout, which OEs do not. It's got the one slot accessory rail, which is the same. But overall, I like Glocks, but I won't be buying any more Glocks. I'll be buying daggers. This is a great first gun, second gun, 19th gun. It's hard to buy just one of these because the value you get, like I said, these are about 50% of the price of an OE Glock. And you're getting way more features. And if you don't want one that's all Gucci'd out like this, tin barrel, spiral fluted, threaded, suppressor height sights, you can get them for under $300. And in my opinion, this is the best gun for the money, hands down. Budget, whether you want to use it for just a range toy or a carry gun or duty, there's so many options where there's extreme carry cuts where they don't have cutouts, where you can get something simplistic, or you can go even more wild than this, and being optic cut right off the rip, that's just another bonus. So I almost feel like there's so much to talk about with these. We would add a part 2, but we're gonna close on that for now. And if you like the video, subscribe, stay tuned for shirts, and we'll see you. Peace.
Thank you.